Brews and Banter Podcast. Banter Podcast. Brews and Banter Podcast. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Brews and Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I was reading this weekend.
Mama.
Nah, it doesn't taste like dirt. My name is Lou Belgium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wondering,
Does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Ooh, we love you, Brews and Banter Podcast.
You telling me you built a time machine?
Bitch, I know I'm getting it. Made back on 6, but back on 2, that shit ain't neat. Go Chanel, for my little girl, this shit ain't cheap. 35 a fucking T. One thing she can.
Kodak Black? Who was that?
Doug. 42
42
Doug and somebody else that's on that
I don't know.
new joint. I can't
Maybe
remember.
sound like Kodak Black.
The CMG record joint. So I don't know. It just says 42 Doug and CMG the label. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. The whole label. Like
It's everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
so
talking
42 must be there.
everybody.
42 must not be on the label, I'm assuming. I don't know who's on the label. What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rock and the brew. Will that be the fuel? I'm your host, Rob G, and with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone. How you guys doing out there?
This is episode 220, right? Of Bruising Banter Podcast. That sounds right. That sounds
Right.
accurate.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think
That'd
Man,
be
this
awesome.
whatever episode you wanted to be.
Nah, then people like, yo, it ain't 220. It was 219.
he can't be whatever episode he wanted to be. He can't just be making up episodes.
Episode
Yo, it's
1000. Episode 210 podcast.
Yo, you could do that. It's yo shit.
Well, this episode 1117.
Right. Celebrate with us.
Yeah. We're ringing the bell. We've been here for a long time, guys. 1,000
Right.
episodes.
1,000 episodes in, baby.
Where y'all been at?
This your first time joining us. Thank you for coming through. If
You
we
got,
were
1,000
listening-
episodes, you got 1,000 episodes to listen to.
Right. Shame on you for not listening sooner. We're 1,000 in.
if you're a returning listener or watcher, or I guess viewer, welcome back. I'm glad you found your way back to the Brews and Banter Podcast.
Then you can go tell your friends that this is not the 1,000th episode because you've been keeping up.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
And if you are a returning listener and you know 10 friends who are not listening, get them to listen. Hit that subscribe button. All that good stuff. That is free 99 to support the pod.
Free 99.
We write a review on wherever you listen to the podcast. All that good stuff. 99 support the podcast.
That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. Stop listening right now and just go ahead and write a review.
Yeah. And tell 10 friends
to subscribe and listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if they ain't your friends, just tell them.
Random people on the street.
Yeah, just start to yell at them. You should yell at them. Bring the Banter Podcast.
Yeah, and y'all get their attention. They be like, huh? Oh, I was just saying Bruce and Banter Podcast. Maybe you should just you should go listen. You yell at them to get their attention. Okay. Everybody's gonna respond to a yell like, what the fuck?
Smooth.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. The yell campaign.
Yeah, make us sound weird from the jump. But
Luce, you should try that because I know me and Rob can't do it because we're married, but you being a single man, try that as game. Just some weird shit, real loud.
And then say Bruce and Banter Podcast, you should listen and subscribe.
Yeah, my name's Lou. I'm on there. So what's your name?
Yeah. I don't even want your number. I don't even want your number though. I just want you to download it. I'm gonna try it. I will definitely try it.
It's like
Should I
like that.
scream out anything or just scream out Bruise and Banner podcast?
You start with Bruce and Banter podcast and see how that works first.
Yeah, and then just start and see if it doesn't work, scream out other things randomly. But always hit them with the I'm a member of Bruise and Banner podcast. You download and subscribe. Let me see your phone. I can put it in your phone right now.
Right.
You want to try to get my number? No, baby, I don't want your number at all. I just want you to download and subscribe to this podcast. All right. Have a good day. Hope you listen. Yeah. I got it. What y'all think?
I think you got it, man.
Yeah. But it's only one of me doing this. I'm gonna ask y'all's wives if they wouldn't mind for the podcast sake. For the podcast sake, because you notice I didn't get no number. I just gotta download and subscribe.
That's
I
true.
gave them their phone back as soon as they
That's true.
I downloaded and subscribed for them and then gave them their phone back. I don't want no numbers.
All right. But before we get too far into it, we all like to know what we are drinking on. So, what are we drinking today? Lou, what you drinking on since you got the can in your hand?
All right. Thanks, man. Just looking and preparing. Normally when I'm looking and preparing, I'll be hoping you go to Yoda first, but you didn't. It's good. I'm gonna just rock with this. We got a Crooked Crab Brewing Company here. It's their extra special bitter. It's called Bangers and Mash. This is what it looks like right here. It's not a Canadian, it's a British man with a pipe riding on a bike through London or some type of British stuff.
British stuff.
Yeah, Crooked Crab Brewing Company is brewed out of Odington, Maryland. This is a classic English pale ale. It's at 5% ABV. It's in a pint can. This is crafted with a base of Mars Otter, accentuated by English crystal malts and seasoned like Gordon Ramsay with East Kent Goldings for a balanced malt and hop profile. Chef's kiss. I'm not going to give it a chef's kiss. This is really good though. Not chef's kiss, but it was you know what I mean. It was good. I would pass me another though.
Not chef's kiss though.
Y'all see that? That's what it looks like. I feel like chef's kiss is like 5 beers. You know what I mean? Like they ain't chef's kiss like top of the line.
Yeah, they gave it to themselves though, so I guess
and I feel like if you can't self-impose a chef's kiss, I was chef kiss drops Tuesday though. So
I guess you can.
But I would hope other people that didn't make it would chef kiss it as well. But I would no offense to Cooker Crab. I see what y'all tried to do, but I would not chef kiss it, but I would pass me another. And that's the highest rank you can get on this.
Right. So you do like it. Yeah. So you do like it. It's just not.
Yeah, absolutely. I would drink another one of these for sure. But yeah, shout out to them. Cheers.
Anybody pick up some jerkum yet?
Oh, nope.
No. I was like, what? No.
Nope.
All right, what you drinking on?
Lou was right. Before I answer this, let me think about it.
All right, did Yoda say no? Okay. Nope. Me neither. Y'all asked me because I was thinking where I was like, whoa, why am I the only guy? Let me answer this second.
Is it?
But it's Pomo. I remember that it's Pomo.
Right.
And now what I was calling it last week.
I need to go find it. See if I can find some apple wine. I didn't try either on that either.
It's so weird. You could find like I guess grape wine for sure, and then plum wine, rice wine. But when you're looking for apple wine, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
So you don't think Total Wine will have it?
Probably, maybe. Oh, that would probably be a good
Total
start.
Wine seems like they got everything, so I will go there first.
Start, yeah, probably.
So I went to California today. They got this Crowns and Hops. Here it's called Mama's Peaches. It's a peach cobbler tart ale. Right? That comes in at a whopping 6% ABV. It's a peach it has the peach flavor in there, and it's brewed with Oregon peaches, Oregon peach puree, and cinnamon, vanilla,
Are you
coriander,
saying?
sea
Are
salt.
you saying? Are you saying Oregon, like the state?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oregon. Yeah,
Okay.
Oregon Trail. Oregon peach puree. Got some cinnamon in there, vanilla, coriander, sea salt, some graham crackers. Um, you smell it all in there. Definitely, it has the notes of the peaches and the cinnamon. The taste can't really tell. Like it tastes like peach, but
Mm.
all that other stuff, I don't know.
Hmm.
But it's good. It's very good and it's tart. It is tart. It's definitely that. Um, but there's a story behind this. It says that Mama's Peaches is dedicated to Hattie Slack, a Louisiana woman that brought her three children to Los Angeles during one of the largest migrations of Black people from the Deep South to the West Coast. Hattie, wait, what does it say? Hattie and this community of transplants would set the stage for many pioneers of a culture known today. What? As a culture known to the world today. I wonder what that culture is though. Just like Southern Black people going to the what?
So read it again.
Uh,
Read
Because
it.
it's
Read it. Read it again.
look, is
Yo,
that what the
yo, you
culture?
know how the beginning of the podcast open up when it's when Yoda said, I read today.
Yo, it's funny though because I couldn't see it because it cut off. It's on my phone and it went black, so I had to
So read it
redo it.
read
So
it
it
one
says,
more time for me.
it says
Read it one more time for me.
Mama's Peaches, which is this beer, is dedicated to Hattie Slack. This is a woman.
uh-huh.
She's a Louisiana plant that brought three children to Los Angeles during one of the largest migrations of Black people from the Deep South to the West Coast. Hattie and his community of transplants would set the stage for many pioneers of a culture known to the world today.
Maybe it's Cajun. Maybe it's Cajun.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it says
maybe it's peach cobbler.
Right.
Culture?
Well, because we had some
Like
I know
soul food. Maybe
my
they took the
grandma's
soul
relative,
food
they
to
moved
Los Angeles.
California. Yeah, probably
maybe.
all that
Oh,
Louisiana gumbo, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe peace
Like
cobbler, maybe that's all that stuff.
Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is a good
Yeah,
chance that that's a southern.
yeah. So maybe it's all that soul food. Come
maybe,
and get
yeah,
soul
Maybe that's the
food.
culture that they mean.
Yeah.
right.
You
Maybe,
just want
maybe.
them to be. You wanted them to be a little bit more specific. You think it was a little
Yeah,
vague.
because that was like a little, like you just ended like that. A culture known
Yeah,
to the world today. What Black people in the on the West Coast? I don't know.
maybe,
It
or
could be off.
maybe it could because I thought it was food, and you could be talking about the migration. Maybe it's all of that.
Yeah,
Maybe it's supposed to make you think whatever you want it to be. Can I see the
Maybe.
can again?
true. This is what the can looks like. It has the peaches and the graham crackers. Yeah,
That's nice. Can I have that can?
yeah, it's a nice can. It is a
Thank
nice can. You can.
Dibs.
Oh, so you want me to hold it for you? Sure.
Dibs.
Got cinnamon sticks and everything on there.
You said
Mm.
dibs.
Yeah, remember dibs?
And then you
Remember
got the
dibs?
crown.
I'm just saying remember dibs. Shut up.
But I would pass me another. That you gotta love crowns and hops anyway. Black people, cool black people.
Is it sweet or is it
It's
just
tart.
like ale tart? It's tart.
Yeah, it's like
Is it
it goes
is it ale tart? It's not
go,
salty though.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What in there you think got it
Well,
salty?
how far away is Goza in a tart ale? They're the same thing.
No,
That's not the same. I
I
mean,
don't think so. A
probably.
goza doesn't a goza have salt in it most
Yeah,
times?
yeah.
But this tastes like it does too. So I don't know.
So it's probably more closer to a sour ale. I mean, well, obviously it's ale because most sours are ales. I don't know.
Right.
Did they make a sour lager? I don't know.
But they call it. It's called a tart. They got it listed as a tart ale. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
We got to have
I
Tio
like
and
it.
Benny come on and tell us more about that. Those because it's a series of Mama's.
Yeah, actually, after I was looking at the can, it says this is a series dedicated to the matriarchs of our community who continue to influence strength, commitment, and radical change while exhibiting conditional love.
Yeah, because
So yeah,
I've had the cobbler one. I meant the peach cobbler, but there was another one. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head.
with some photos on there.
Oh,
That's
nice.
pretty cool. Yeah, I don't
Nice.
know if
yeah,
they're
that's
all
really
hat.
nice.
I don't know if they're hatty, but I mean, some cool
That would
photos.
make sense. Or one of their mamas maybe. Or one of
Yeah,
not
maybe.
their mama, but somebody in their lineage.
Yeah. Rob, what you
All
got
right.
drinking? What
Yeah,
you drinking
Rob.
on?
Well, I actually have. I've had. We were all invited down to Crooked Hammock for their Oktoberfest, and I went yesterday, and I was supposed to do the keg
Hey,
squatting, but
wait, hold on. Because we didn't go, you could have just said, "Oh, I was invited to." I went down to the thing. You didn't have to say we were all invited,
I
but I was
noticed
the only
that
one
too.
that went.
I noticed that too.
Like that's how
I
I
you
was
was
just
saying
bust that out,
I was saying we as the podcast.
I
right?
know
And
you
you
did.
was like,
You could have
yeah,
just
but
said
I
I
was the
went
only one that
down.
went.
You could have just said I went
Right,
down.
right.
Oh, okay.
You could have said Crooked Hammock invited.
It didn't
Come
invite
on, man.
me. Invited us.
You
Invited
know,
the podcast. I
I don't like
was
it
come
either.
on.
Yoda, I didn't like it
I
either.
didn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I was trying to be inclusive.
Yeah, it should sound like it. Sound like you were trying
It's
to, uh,
exclude us.
right, exclude us and like,
No, I could have said I could have said Crooked Hammock invited me down to the, but that wasn't true. They invited everybody. I just was the only one that was able to make it. That's all I was saying.
okay.
Sure.
And I was
Sure.
supposed to
Sure.
participate
Sure.
in the keg squatting contest, but then my knees looked. I saw them started. My knees said, "Nah, bro, that ain't you." So I did not. I did not
Oh,
do that.
are they really squatting kegs? Are they at the end of a bar, or is it like you just pick up a keg and squat it?
It was done one keg, and they were just squatting it like above their head.
Above
Okay.
their heads. Is
Yeah,
it empty or full?
yeah, yeah. It's empty.
Huh. At least it's empty.
You could
Well,
have did that, right? They still heavy as fuck, empty, but you could have did
Yeah. You could have did that.
yeah, and yeah. You pull it's over. The kegs is over the top of your head, and then it was one dude who won. He did 70. I said, I was
70. Oh
not going
yeah,
to do 70 of them.
yeah. Luckily you didn't, because that would have been a waste of your knees.
Yo, I said you
Because
could
you
have at
wasn't
least
doing
did 3.
70.
I counted you as at for 3.
Yeah, no,
You might have been able to do more than that, but
I probably could have got 10 in, but
right,
70.
You got 10. You
70.
said you started off saying your knees was bad. I don't even think I want you to do 10. Remember, your knees is you need
My
them.
knees ain't technically bad,
Nah,
but I just
man.
it
But
felt
you a young man in this knee game. You need to keep them. And I think you squatting 10.
Especially
Like
if you don't do
who you trying?
squats all the time.
And then the guy who won did 70. Like
70, right?
what you trying to
yeah.
prove? Do
Who
your
was
34 and get up out of there, man.
who was under him? Who you know what the person
Yeah,
under
who
him
was
was?
second? Yeah, who got
No, I don't
second?
Yeah,
know.
He
They
out
were out
here
there
doing
competitive.
69,
They was out there competitive. So I mean,
70.
but yeah, but other than that, it was
Congratulations to 70 keg squats, because I'm
right.
with you, Rob. I'm not even doing 1.
yeah.
I think that was the
But
best decision you made, not trying to do 10, but not even doing 1. Like
oh
not
yeah,
even attempting to do 1 is a better decision than saying you could do 10.
yeah, and it was I think it was their first year doing the keg squat because their Crooktober Crooktoberfest lasts actually for until October 8th, so it goes on for like 3 weeks or so. So they have events every weekend. I think the first one was the traditional Stein holding joint, and then this week was the keg squats, and then I think next week is a relay. But I want to take the time to thank Crooked Hammock for their hospitality, and to say all that, I'm actually drinking the Crooktoberfest Marzen, which is actually there it is, brewed by their new brewmaster Larry Horitz, that just joined probably back in earlier this summer or something, maybe March, April. Joined
Right.
joined the crew, the he's an award winning brewer. So shout out to them. Hopefully we'll get him on the podcast soon. when we get the schedules to work out. But yeah, the it's 5% ABV, and it's not too bitter. The IBUs are 23. Says what happens when you take an Oktoberfest Marzen and make it a little crooked. You party Oktoberfest. You party. Oktoberfest is the best consumed fresh from a Stein while a brass band turns up Prost. And I'm assuming, I guess it's a baby Stein, right? That's a baby Stein.
Guess so.
Normally,
Looks
yeah,
like
because
it.
it's something that I got the
Same
big
thing. It's
one,
just
but
not as huge. Yeah.
yeah, I got a big one, but I would have had to fill it up with a lot of beer.
You could have did that.
No, I might still later. I still got some football later in the day.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Rob.
It's only 5%. Well,
you don't want to watch these games.
I can knock out 3. I can knock out 3, right? That's 15% altogether.
Right.
That's easy work.
Did you eat anything at Crooked Hammock?
Yeah, I had some. I had some of the food off of their Oktoberfest menu, which was I had the actual. It was a burger with Munson cheese and some onion jam or something to that effect. It was delicious. The fries are always almost like a beachy fry because it's kind of like wafered, almost like a potato chip. We also had the pretzel, Bavarian pretzel. You gotta have a pretzel on in Oktoberfest for the. I wanted some pretzels today, but it was a good time. Again, thank the hospitality for having us down there. Always enjoy myself. And it's at and the events happen at all the locations because they have one in Middletown, Lewis, and in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, South Carolina.
So if you are around the time, you still got a chance to head up there. I think they had 4 beers. They did this, so I had a flight of the 4, including this one I had today here on the podcast. So I'm gonna say, pass me another on this point. And I look forward to many more times hanging out at Crooked Hammock because my kids like the hammocks too. So that's always a win. So they enjoy themselves as well, playing with the hammocks or swinging in the hammocks. All right. Seems like everybody got some brews. What is 22 minutes later? There's
a lot of talking in between those brews, so
yeah,
it's all right, man.
It took a while to get here, but we're fine.
We're here.
Yeah, we here. And for you,
I didn't even feel that long. I don't know how I even got here.
Yeah, well, that's the banter. It's the magic of the bruising banter.
It's magic.
Wait, that's not.
But I'm almost done my beer.
I don't know what it was either.
Olympics. Sorry.
It's magic. You know.
I know all the drug commercials. This should be crazy.
Before I get to ask him the question.
You crazy that you know that over the actual song. That was nuts.
I didn't look at it like that.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's true. Before we get on some of the topics that I do have a question. I guess one of my questions that I just think about while I'm pondering
on the toilet. When you're on the toilet,
not buckling your pants, not buckling your
pants. But well, actually, no. This is not what I was thinking about. This is not really what it had nothing to do with. Actually, I was thinking about. It was more about. I thought about it after an incident happened because if nobody in the Delaware Valley, I guess it was it made a little bit of news because there was a guy who was trying to bring his emotional support alligator into the baseball game, but they wouldn't let him. So my question, so what I think I was starting to ponder, like, who designate what's emotional support? Like what?
I think he should be. I agree. He should be sued for malpractice. I know where you're going with this. That doctor should be sued for malpractice to allow an animal. Like, is he even
what?
So is he? So how big is this alligator?
Defanged. It was a decent.
He can't be defanged. Defanged. What do you mean defanged?
He's not.
He's a vegetarian. It's
Just
not.
dumb.
Just the same.
You can't vegetarian. No, he has to be. His mouth got to be tied up.
But you can't take his
Right?
gums out. You can't take the teeth out though, and just have him gum.
They can't eat They're not vegetarians.
Right, he still would have to
Make him
eat.
vegetarian. We can make him vegetarian.
But I think that
We're naturally carnivores, but we eat vegetables. That's why we got canine teeth.
Listen. If your support animal, if your emotional support animal has to have all of his teeth taken out in order for him to be with you, that's abuse of the animal. You can't do that to the animal. So that cannot. I don't know what the animal look like.
But that was one of my questions because I was like, so when does it become emotional support, and when and I understand emotional support, all that stuff, but when do you impede on my emotional sanity? Like, what if the alligator decided to be an alligator?
Right.
But I
don't believe he's defanged, as you said earlier. That motherfucker definitely has all of his teeth. And what if he decides to be alligator? Like, even if you are like, oh, he's been eating broccoli his whole life, he fine until he sees my brown ass.
Where was this at?
No, man.
Where is this? Where was this at?
This was at Citizens Bank Park. This was right here in Philly.
Okay, because I remember this. The reason I asked because I remember this guy with this gator being on the news because he was in like on Broad Street or something. He was just walking around.
Oh yeah, because he was on Fox 29. They were holding everything.
Yeah. So this gator isn't like huge. It's like
no,
I mean it's still an alligator, but
it ain't small either. It's not
small
like
either. But I don't.
It's not like a gecko. It's not. Yeah.
But the thing is, to me,
like get out of here, man.
I don't think it's the only reason I don't see it as an issue. Right now, hear me out. I don't see it as an issue because, like, long as he got this thing on a leash, right, he should be fine. Because a dog can snap at any time too. Like, it's the same thing. Dogs have teeth too. So it's like.
This may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think it's too many dogs out here that should be emotional support animals. Either.
I don't understand what the emotional support animal
doesn't understand. I don't get it either. Like they've been.
I don't get the emotional support animal either.
They've been emotional support to us and other people for years at home, and now all of a sudden, like I don't understand.
Right.
Like you can take them anywhere you want if you got a license.
Right. Yeah. So what makes
and now he's saying why you got a dog, so why can't I take my alligator? Like he has a point.
He got a point.
You're right. Like that, your mean ass emotional support dog that protects you is protecting you and biting me. And that alligator is just sitting there chilling because his mouth is shut. Because there's no way that the owner is out here like letting him have his mouth open in public, right?
Right.
Most of the time you see alligators, they got their mouths duct taped or whatever. So
it might be tied up, but I just thought like, yo, that is because
is he in a bag or is he like he's walking?
He's walking. He got a leash. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll let a Rottweiler in there.
But see, that's my point.
Well, that's the thing about maybe you shouldn't allow emotional support. Like, what if my emotional support was porn? And like I said, yo, I need more emotional support porn, and I'm at work just like banging it, just like watching porn, like it's crazy.
Yours would be porn, Rob. You nasty freak.
The penis fly trap, nigga.
Anything could be emotional support. That's what I'm saying. Like, when do you say, nah, this ain't like I don't understand.
Because I'm not in the. I mean, I don't know because I don't know how that works. Like, I don't even know how
it's going to go as far as people can take it. Like,
pretty much.
If you got a doctor to go off with it and the doctor ain't fired, then other people, somebody gonna have a giraffe next.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you get the giraffe on the plane.
If you're a therapist listening, let me know. Well, when this became a thing. When this became a thing that you can have emotional support, anything in public spots. And is it actually emotional support, or do people just say, I need this for emotional support? Do you have to show like ID? Like, is there a card?
It's supposed to be
you have to have some type of registration. You can't just walk into the airport with your poodle and be like, I'm gonna get on this plane. Nah, you gotta have. I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would think so too. But then again, I don't know because Like because
But it
it's such a
seems like
common
they're
thing
easy
now.
to get. It
It's
seems
such
like
a common thing
easy.
now. It's like some people probably wouldn't even bother asking. Like, oh, it says
Like they didn't
emotional
even know.
support. Like,
They didn't even know.
Right.
It probably be at the pet store on the internet. They say on the thing, this is also an emotional support dog.
Right. Something
And now
crazy.
they think they got one.
But see, the whole thing, and I think it's actually more questions.
People dumb, yo.
It's more questions than me because it's more questions. Because now I'm like,
we need an
so
emotional support. We need an emotional support animal person on the podcast because this is a great conversation.
Because you can deem that one thing it's emotional support. So what is it telling me in my limit? Maybe I want to look like a dog walker, and these 15 dogs are my emotional support. So how do you determine? If you could determine one, I could say 5.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that though.
Why not?
The only reason I don't think you can do that is because, like, what are they? Each one, you got one for each different emotion that
they
you
all
have.
got different personalities, and I need every single personality to help me through my day. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever calms my emotion. Maybe one that's not enough. I need
So now they gotta be thinking: do these people take these animals to work?
I would hope
right.
so. You have to, right?
Is that emotional support because they're on the airplane or because he's in a public space at Citizens Bank Park? He feels like, of course, he feels safer with his alligator. Like no one's gonna be within 5 feet of you when you walking around with an alligator.
Yeah, I need to know somebody. Either talk to somebody who registers these animals, or at least somebody who has one.
Who has one? Yeah, who has a registration for an animal like this?
Yeah,
I need to know how you get one. I need to know how to get one because I could have I had a turtle that was an emotional support animal. Did that count?
Yeah.
And that was definitely more low maintenance than an alligator or a dog.
I feel sorry.
Yeah, and then I got 2 dogs. They ain't emotional support. They just make me angry. So
yeah, they taking your emotions and just whipping them into a frenzy.
Yep. But that's a good question, Rob. Actually, it's a little awkward, but
yeah, like
it is a good question.
And is it does he go to emotional support training discipline school? Like,
right? Yeah, like,
or is he just in there just shaking with you? Like, I'll shake with you, you shake
with
me.
But
does
it's
it have
funny.
to be a small dog? Because most of them have started off, it was small dogs.
Some people got labs and stuff that are
big ass dogs.
Because I also think somebody sued a while ago because I think somebody's emotional support animal bit them on the plane or something like that. So I think they sued the person and the plane.
And I would have sued the dog.
Right.
Yeah, like you got some training. Like you got some training, dog. Come get these papers.
The dog being court, like I didn't say I was emotional support for one of them.
They put this on me. They put this on my sheet.
I ain't said no about that shit.
They didn't train me enough, and they put me in no training. They just said, "Here, take this lady."
I didn't know what this shit mean. They said they was gonna feed me. They said they was gonna feed me and walk me. I was fine.
I was cool with that. These motherfuckers in my face. Yeah, I bit his face off. Of course, I bit his fucking face off. I'm a dog. What you think?
That's funny.
We still got questions. So if you are
yeah, because we don't know if any of this stuff is true. We have no idea. So yeah, if you're out there and you want to come on the show, if you want to just email us, you don't even gotta come on the show. Come on the show.
If you're an emotional support dog, hit us up. What if you have an emotional that's fucked up person, like support person, like you got your wife and then you got this other woman.
I know. What is this person doing for you? Hold on. I'm intrigued by this. What is this other woman doing? Does it have to be a woman? It has to be a woman, right? Yeah. So what would you be her to do?
Emotional support, man. That's all I want.
So like their therapist?
Sure.
I think that's fine.
I take her on trips with me and everything, like.
You taking her on trips with you?
Yeah, that's my emotional support lady. So
shit. Got you. I missed that whole shit. But yeah, I guess
we are not in the light of mental health. We are making light of.
Right.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
We're
I
just
hope
making
everyone
light
knows
of
that. Yeah.
emotional support.
But I am curious to know. That is because
I'm bringing this lady with me.
Yeah, she can my emotional support.
She need to ride. And then do you pay extra for the dog on the plane?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you got to buy the alligator a ticket to the
I think
game?
you have to pay the same thing. Like I think any pet that you take on a plane, you have to
You have to buy a seat.
pay like a fee. I'm not sure if
Maybe
you have
not
to
a
buy a
whole.
seat.
Yeah, maybe not.
Didn't they used to put animals in the bottom of the plane? Didn't they used to do
Right.
that?
That was before
Yeah,
emotional
they did.
support fees came
Yeah,
through.
right.
Yo,
Yep.
I wonder how much it costs for emotional support registration. I think that's a hustle too. We need to get on in some hustles.
Yeah,
Like these new invention hustles, like that wasn't a hustle in 1995.
right.
Yeah,
Now people making millions, hundreds of millions off of these fees.
No. All right.
Hmm.
We can put that under the LLC, can't we? We
That was
can.
good, right?
Yeah.
You got another one?
That's something I don't never think about.
Nah, I'll never be buckling my pants thinking about fucking dog support.
I was just thinking about it once I heard about the alligator getting turned away. I was like, yo, that is crazy. That
He can't even enjoy the game because he got a killer amongst them.
All right. What else has got? Well, we have guests on the last few weeks, but I didn't get a chance to talk to y'all thoughts about Jan Winner. I guess his name is Jan Wiener. Winner. I don't know his name. I don't know how you pronounce it. Wiener. But he was the founder of Rolling Stone, and as well as the I think the editor of Rolling Stone and the founder and co-founder of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When he was quoted as saying that his latest book is called The Masters or something like that, and it was all white men in the book, and he said women and black artists were not articulate enough, and they weren't adequate enough to explain the philosophies of rock and roll. And a lot of comments was like Chuck Berry was like start a rock and roll.
It's like you don't realize y'all rock and roll was started with us.
Right. It wasn't
Like,
Elvis Presley, everybody.
Right. Come on.
You said Chuck Berry, Little Richard.
Right. Fast Domino. I mean, so people was like, well, but people were saying like, well, this was always his thoughts about one. This is why Rolling Stone looked the way it looked all these years, where in terms of the covers and all that stuff, like he pretty much made this magazine for white male musicians, and that was his thing. So that was interesting. I think he just got kicked off.
Yo, the two biggest stars in the world in music right now are women.
Yeah.
And and they're like historically good. They're not like just, oh, I'm a roundabout good. Like their runs have been Hall of Fame type. Yeah, like Hall of Fame worthy. Not like I just been at the fringes for decades. Like, no, I've been at the top of my craft. And he's like, nah, y'all, they not articulate enough. So and both the women that I'm talking about, Taylor Swift and Beyonce, aren't they in the Hall of Fame for writing?
Yeah, I think.
I know Beyonce is.
I don't know, but has there been any black or women on there has been black people and women on the Rolling Stone cover though, right?
Like recently.
Yeah.
It wasn't but like if you look at all the covers, you look at the hundreds of covers, it's probably a very slim amount.
Yeah,
because it was like a favorite type of thing. Because he said they were like Mick Jagger was on the cover like a lot of times.
Yeah, I used to think Rolling Stone was because of them. Like I thought that. Yeah, it's not just me. Yeah,
when I was younger, for sure, I thought, oh, Rolling Stones, that's their magazine.
Rolling Stones, right? Yeah,
he's always on here.
It
makes a lot of sense. Rolling Stones, before we were born, that's the group, right? It's the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, isn't it? So that if you're a rock and roll type of magazine, why wouldn't you want the lead singer from the best band of all time, in your opinion, to be on your magazine, especially as white as he was? But as white as he was, he loved black music. He was stealing from black music too. But he was giving credit to it. He was at least giving credit. He was like, "Yo, these white people out here dancing and singing their asses off. I'm taking this shit."
I think like people that do shit like that, like and then say stuff like that, I don't think they realize that black people and we'll put women in it too. I mean, well, especially black people don't give a fuck because so what? We're not on your cover. Who cares? That is for y'all. We don't read that shit anyway. Like I'm not. I've never picked up a Rolling Stone magazine ever in my
Unless
entire
a
life.
black person was on it, and I
I've
didn't
never even
buy
picked
it.
up that one.
I didn't buy. Like I was scrolling through, like, oh, that's a black person on the thing, and looked and put it back down.
I'd be like, oh, that's Rolling Stone. Oh, here go vibe.
Like,
Grab
there's a
that.
source right here.
Well,
Right.
ain't Rolling Stone.
And nobody that's buying Rolling Stone every day ever looked at a vibe or the source and bought that shit either.
Right.
So
Right.
it's the same. Like it's like it's at this point, you're like, is it racism? Like, motherfuckers, is they gonna say shit? Like, are we being racist because we love black people? Is a white person being racist if they say they love white people?
I think it's your preference. Maybe if I like rock and roll like that, maybe I will listen. I would pick it up.
I think it's his mindset. It'd be different if like, I just like this is just what I like. But when you say
when he said that they not articulate, that's the
right.
racist. That's the racist. Yeah,
and you can't adequately you were inadequate to understand the philosophies of rock and roll. I think that's where he
he's talking about. He's like, oh yeah, they brain. We can't understand music, bro. Like it's not astrophysics,
right?
Like it's not shit that you can't understand,
right?
There's some nigga shit to say, man.
You don't understand that's racist, bitch.
Yeah, he understands. He know.
You ain't articulate enough to know that that's stupid.
He didn't expect us to be talking about it.
Well, now he's kicked off of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Good. Something he founded. He's now off.
Even better. Thank you and good riddance. Thank you for the hall and good riddance.
Yo, it'd be funny because it's like,
and he's let black people in there.
Black probably like and Jay-Z on there.
I let him in there. I let him in. What y'all doing? I let him in.
I got two black friends.
Ain't Run DMC in there too?
It's a couple black people that made it.
But that's
I was on the board when they did it. I invented it for them.
It's so crazy.
It's not my magazine.
If you look at the votes, though, he probably was the only nay every time. Nay.
But that be the thing, though. It's funny to me because if he just if you feel that way, fine. Shut the fuck up about it. Keep it to yourself. Like I don't understand why people gotta throw shit out there
because it only matters with the money. And if he got enough money, he don't care about his money stopping. He say what the fuck he want. Like let him say what he want. Now we know. Thank you.
Yeah, he said the quiet part out loud. He said the quiet part out loud, and somebody said I was reading some article about it. There was like he was because this was because he said it doing for a book called The Masters or whatever. But he was actually
that's crazy as shit. That book title.
Yeah,
you said that real passively. Like no, let's stop on that. What? Nigga, The Masters versus the part 2 is the owners.
No, I understand the masters, like master class and stuff like that. So I didn't really get caught. But now that you say it,
the masters.
Now that you say it, when you
which is why you said it's all white people. White men.
Yeah, with all the context behind you, be like, oh, well, yeah, that is problematic.
Yo, he been saying it to us for years, and we never heard it. And now he said it out loud. And now he can't even be on the board of the shit that he founded. Like, go home. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, but the article I'm reading there was a biography.
I didn't even know this dude before you started talking about him. I'd have never guessed who the founder of the Hall of Fame Rock and Roll or who Rolling Stones. I'd have said Mick Jagger. Like who the founder of Rolling Stone magazine? Mick Jagger.
Right.
It wouldn't have been him. It would have been Mick Jagger 10 times before it would have been. I don't even know the name of the guy you talking about anyway. What's his name?
Yeah, Jan Wiener or Winner. I don't even know how you say his last name.
You don't even know his name. Next. Who's
but you was about to say you found some shit. You found this what?
Oh,
I was reading the article and he I guess years ago he was doing trying to write a biography, so he had a biographer writer, and the guy completed the book and he was like, oh no, I can't put this out because he said he read it and knew it was wrong, but then you went and did it you cancel yourself anyway. So it's like
You should have just put your memoir out. This is how you really felt. Like,
right.
So the guy was like, "Yeah, I knew this was coming because this is how he felt when we did his memoir." So, man,
that's wild,
Stupid
man.
McNoop. Dumbass.
What else is going?
McNewt. Stupid McNewt.
Oh.
that's like a salamander that work at McDonald's. McNewt.
McNewt.
Dumbass salamander.
What else? What else is going on? 27 years later, they made an arrest in a Tupac slaying. Even though they knew about this guy 27 years ago.
Years ago, yes.
That's weird. That's weird. That's the name of the episode. That's weird. All this shit is weird, man.
That is definitely weird.
How did they know so long, and now why now?
Like they
how
knew
long
of him.
how long it take to build a case?
Well, he also spoke about it in his memoir, like his role in it.
What?
Yeah, so it's like
he talked about how he said he talked to Puffy, and
yeah,
Puffy
was like,
yeah, it was crazy. But
yeah,
it's like all these years later,
he's calling Puffy involvement in it.
Yeah, he kind of snitched on him. But he said
that was in a memoir that he wrote years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and he's been talking about it like up until this arrest.
He was talking about it, yeah.
This nigga's been doing interviews for like 3-4 years now.
But it was, because somebody was saying, well, he's the only one that can be arrested at this point, because everybody else who was involved is now dead, which is crazy in itself. Right. Like how, like I know he was former gang member and stuff like that, but everybody else that was involved,
we were kids. We were kids, man.
Unbelievably sad as well. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I get it,
like
but
I was 16 years old. Like that was so long ago. Now to find out that this could be allegedly could be the guy.
But you know how I look at it is that I watch a lot of crime TV
right now, so he wouldn't be that old.
Yeah, but I watch a lot of like true crime shit, and there's a lot of cold cases out there that don't get solved, or they'll come back and they'll revisit it and then it gets solved. Right. So I mean, it happens.
Right. You're right.
It definitely, it's just weird. It's just weird. Nah, it's been something longer than that.
But it's weird. It's weird when the dude write a memoir about it and he doing interviews about it. You know what I mean? That's what's weird. When y'all know that this about this guy, he's been on your radar since the day that Tupac was murdered, assassinated.
Right. And it's Vegas. They don't have. I guess maybe in '97.
That's what I always wanted to know, man.
Vegas.
Yo, even in 1996, I feel like Vegas had the most cameras in the world. Like Vegas always been their camera game always been right.
Though.
You don't think outside? You don't think out in the lobby area, or not the lobby area, but the
outside, like on the roads and shit. No.
You would think, because once you rob the casino, where else you going?
Yeah.
You're going outside.
You gotta be on that strip. You gotta be on that strip.
If you think about it, like if you watch any of heard of anybody that robbed the casino, they normally either don't make it out the casino, or if they do, they make it far. Like before they ever get caught. And it ain't from cameras, it's just because motherfuckers seen them, and then people normally greedy, so they hit up something else and then they end up getting caught. Like I don't think back then outside cameras was a big thing.
Like, I feel like they had.
Well, and they had.
That's hard for me to believe that it wasn't though.
Because they had the fight. Because they had the fight that they had inside there. Because I guess it was my man's nephew that got beat up.
Right.
And they got that on camera. That was inside.
Right, but that was the whole. That was what sparked this whole incident anyway. So it's like, you should have known exactly where to go. Like, this y'all niggas is guilty. Like, but
but then that was the thing, because it was targeted towards Orlando, whatever his name is, that passed the dude he was fighting. Yeah, that passed away. But since he was dead, or since he died, like not too long after, it was like, where we go from here?
Where do we go from
here? And if that's the case, then how do you come back? Yeah, if I was a mastermind, but I didn't pull the trigger, like how am I?
Because I think what happened was that once they did the investigation and found all these people being involved, all these other people being involved, that's where this stemmed from. But I don't know. This shit's still weird. I mean,
well, that's weird.
at the end of the day, it's still definitely fucking weird. Good. I'll be trying to explain the shit, but
right, you just like, yo, I'm explaining some weird shit, yo.
That shit is weird.
What else is what else do I have? Oh, the other thing that's been going around recently, I guess I don't remember when she said the comment. Had to be it was pretty recent. What Ebony K. Williams, attorney Ebony K. Williams, made she made the I guess the announcement or just the advice that Black women should stop. Well, if they're chasing degrees, they should chase a relationship and partnership at the same time. It shouldn't be, I'll wait till I get all these degrees before, because then at a point in time you become undesirable. What was the quote? The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as Black men age, their desirability increases, thus their optionality of women is always expanding, and the exact opposite is true for Black women. So she was saying that they need to go at the same time, and you need parallel. You get you find your dude and get all these degrees. You don't do one or the other. Or she was saying, and she really wasn't saying don't do it. She was like, if you choose to do this, know there's the consequences. So she wanted you to let you know that there's possibility that you be 40 and looking around like she's single at this moment. So she was saying that. So I thought that was interesting, because people have been saying like, yo, she giving her Kevin Samuels on, rest in peace, out here. But I was like, I mean, I understand what you were saying, but it's not my place to say.
I think I get what she's saying, but like I don't. The thing is, like, that's just her own opinion.
Right.
Yeah,
so
she's saying from experience
her
herself.
experience.
Like,
yeah,
she was so driven in her career, maybe, that she feel like she lost out on potential mates. And she may have had dudes that could have been potential mates that she was like, I gotta work. And you know what I mean? Right. So maybe she's just giving that advice, like, hey, make sure you know that this is a sacrifice, that are you willing to make the sacrifice? If not, try to do both. But don't try to do one or the other and sacrifice one, because you want to sacrifice one. And that makes sense.
But,
like
I mean, it kind of does. It kind of does. But then on the other side is like, it kind of doesn't either, because it's like you can. I feel like if you can focus on one and then focus on the other. If you're gonna find love, you're gonna find love. It don't matter. Like it's ain't no timing for that shit. Like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not, it's not.
Somebody that's from somebody who's found love and that's secure in their love. Like Ebony, that's what you say that as a person secure in the love with her mate and has found one in their 40s. Ebony K. Williams is still looking, and she's not secure in her love. She don't have a partner. So
who says
that she's not saying that. She's saying now I don't have a partner, and if I wanted one in my 30s, this is how I think if I would have went back and done it. This is how I think I would have gotten one. That's what I got.
But my thing is, like, maybe you just got trash pussy. It don't have nothing to do with you getting your degrees. Maybe your pussy was just trash.
When you gonna make a drop for Yoda? When you gonna make a drop that has Yoda? Because we was having a good conversation. I thought the conversation was going Rob.
Maybe she's shitty. Maybe she got a bad personality. Why did that have to do with her getting degrees? Maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe she just correlated that because she didn't want to say like, oh, okay, I had a bad attitude and I wasn't really fucking with nobody. And I mean, I hate when people give stuff like that out to people.
Or maybe it was maybe that was true things in her life where she chose to let's say she had a job opportunity, but she had a dude here, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this job opportunity out in Colorado, but my man here in Chester, and she like, nah, I'm out, bro.
Levante is like, yo, I'm here in Chester.
It's like we can do long distance, and then she was like, nah, son.
The only reason I say that is because to me, don't impose your shit on other people. Like you put this out here to other women and put that thought in their mind, and then they get some people take it to heart because some people like listening to other motherfuckers' opinions on shit and getting information like that, and then they'll take it and think in their head like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, and then it still doesn't work. And it's like this bitch showed me I had to do it this way, blah blah blah. Like, don't do that. Just fucking say this was my fault. This is what happened. What I feel like happened to me, because who knows? It might not even be true. That might be some just the way
Well,
she interprets it, but that might not have been it.
But it's data to back it up because there's a lot of black women with a lot of degrees that are single, and so it's not just her. It's data backs up kind of what her story is. That
yeah, but is that because they were out getting degrees, or just because they single? Like, I don't understand.
well, that's why they feel that they're single. They were chasing.
Just like he said, I got a job in Colorado and I got a man in Chester. Where am I going? Like, right, so some people, like a woman feels like she can't do both. Like a woman, like if she stays in Chester and works at Philly in the Philly area, maybe her career doesn't pop off as much as it does if she moves to Colorado.
Or maybe it does.
But she found, but what if it doesn't? And she found love. But what if she finds love? And like all this is what if, and we
that's what I'm saying.
Right, but it's not what if for her, because she's in her 40s and she didn't find it, and she's giving you a blueprint on why I didn't find it and telling you the reasons why. It's not for everybody. It's advice, and our advice is for you to take as you want and use it for your life. If you're going to use it and say, hey, I'm gonna try to do both because Ebony K. Williams told me to, then yeah, you probably gonna be mad at her in a couple years. But if you take it as, hey, this is something that I could work on, and I never thought about it this way, and you try to not be as driven in your job and try to open yourself up to that career in Philly because your man lives in Chester instead of going out to Colorado, because maybe my career does pop off still because I live in Chester with my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just flying out to Colorado and saying screw the guy. Like, maybe Ebony K. Williams gave you that advice to make you take a chance on the guy and the career at the same time, where a lot of people are so driven that they choose one or the other.
Yeah, I'm not saying that she can't be right, because of course you can either do both or you can just do one at a time. It just really just depends on how your life set up. I mean, at the end of the day,
that was her opinion. That was also her. That was what she was saying. She was saying, if you value having a relationship, then you should not neglect one for the other. You should do.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Absolutely true.
So if you value having, okay.
Right, but she also said, if this is what you value, if you don't value that,
right.
She wasn't telling you to do it. She was just saying,
right. That's what I'm saying. It's just giving her advice. I'm just giving you advice on how it happened for me.
She was saying, if you pursue this like this, you may have consequences when you come one, because the high value, what is the high value man thing? I don't know about the whole.
Yeah, like she won't date a trash man. She's not dating the trash. Remember that shit when she was like, I'm not dating the trash man. He's out of my league. And it's like, he may be a nice guy. He may be making enough money to support himself but he's a trash man. So you already shallow in your pool because you got all these degrees that make you think trash man with no degree ain't worth it.
Which is actually kind of funny, because I used to say as a joke that women and men were like this on the graph. Like, it was like this. But she actually was trying to say, people are saying the same thing. Like, one goes up, values goes up, while the other one goes down. I used to say it because, they were like, oh, men get finer as they get older. And women be like, yeah. That's what people used to say. So that's where kind of the same thing what she was saying, that men become more desirable. So now you have not just your women in your own age bracket, but now you got women either younger or older. So you got you got all kinds of, that's what she was saying, that. So now you have more options, men, one, because as a 40, if you are a 40-year-old man, you don't have kids, and now you want kids, it may be a little tougher for 40-year-old
woman. You may go grab something younger.
But then again, it may not, because some people, Halle Berry just had one at 50. But most likely, and a different type of people, they be like, oh, I need this younger woman because now I want kids, and if I can get this 25-year-old or the 30-year-old young lady, then I don't know. I just thought it was interesting the way people were just. I mean, it was everybody had. I mean, a vastly different opinions on it. So I thought it was
That's
interesting.
interesting though.
Having kids at 50 is a wild life.
Having kids under 50 is out of the question. The fuck wrong with you? Yeah, 60.
60.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. Even when I see David Letterman, he'd be like, "Yeah, my 9-year-old, like 75, bro."
Right. What are you doing,
man? That is ridiculous. I think Robert De Niro just had a baby.
Yeah, these should be your grandkids, people.
It wasn't Robert. It was
great
grandkids.
It was Robert.
Yeah.
It was definitely Robert. It wasn't
it was the
Robert?
other guy. It was Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino just had a baby.
Yeah, and they had to give not full custody, but the girl, lady, she's like 25, she's like 27, something like that. So they had to give like full custody or some shit. They had to do something in court that made sure that everybody
he ain't proper enough to manage a baby. No,
proper
he's not.
He's proper enough to do something. Yeah,
but that's what Rob point. Rob point is that these the old niggas out here with these young girls. So
yeah.
Yeah, and these young girls out here with these old niggas.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But hopefully that old nigga got a bag at least. Like, y'all, man.
Yeah, Al Pacino definitely got a bag. He looks old as shit. Al Pacino looks homeless.
Yeah, but that didn't have to be a bag because you always see that one dude that got like 4,500 kids and he like 80, but he
ain't shit.
Nothing, but he's still knocking young girls up, young women up. I shouldn't say young girls because that sounds crazy, but young women up.
Yo, if they Al Pacino's age and she 25, they young.
That's
girls,
a young
man.
girl. Yeah, that's true.
Yo,
true.
Anybody under 40, a young girl to Al Pacino, man. We young boys. Al Pacino was fucking 40 when we was born. Wasn't he? Like he was making The Godfather when he was like 38.
Yeah.
Yo.
The Godfather came out in the 70s, my nigga.
77, I think it was the
Yeah,
first
like
one.
that's something ain't right about that. Y'all see that old nigga?
Yo.
77 or 71, I can't remember.
He look like a graveyard. That's crazy.
Yeah, but see, but then that's why people always think, well, that's the role is to procreate, because if I am 80 years old and I don't got cobwebs coming up that joint, then I'm supposed to be out here procreating until I croak, right? If I can still
Yo, to know that you're not gonna drink with your son on his 21st birthday. Like the chances of that happening are like none to none. Like it's like a 1%.
That's true. Because nigga, you go motherfucker. I'm here with a baby.
I guess the only reason
the court gave him full custody, like one day deliberation, gavel bang, you got it.
But I think they're still together. I think just in case.
Yeah, like, why am I in court today? Because this motherfucker old as shit. So we got.
I know.
We time me on the same side.
Jesus, changing 2 sets of diapers. That's nuts.
That's funny.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Y'all said she changing 2 sets of diapers. Thanks. I didn't think y'all heard that. I was like, let me repeat that.
I did. That's pretty solid.
She is. That's true.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Or maybe not. Maybe because
Al Strong.
You know what I've realized? I see a lot more nowadays too. ED commercials too. I see like
it makes you nervous. You're like, God damn, is this coming from me?
Yeah, ever since Viagra lost his ability to make it by itself, it's like you can get any type of Viagra, Cialis, extramaritals, whatever's. You get them all.
They be like, yo, we got it for you. We got it like candy. Prescription? Nope.
Nope, you don't need it. Nope.
They come in a brown bag to your mailbox. Don't even worry about it.
They be making
at this point, over the counter though. At this point,
Blue Chews.
Right, just go get some aspirin, some ED medicine. Just get it.
Right.
I think they still trying to make it for older people, though. I think, even though it's not working, I think they still trying to make it for people who have ED.
Right.
Sometimes you might want to do porn, and that's what they use a lot of times.
Or you can back to Rob, back to Rob and his nastiness. Sometimes
Right.
you
Rob
might
always
want to.
That was not.
this nigga. It ain't nasty, but Rob always knows how to throw porn in there. It doesn't matter what the conversation is. We could be talking about.
Should it be a drinking game? Should it be a drinking game?
It's for my drinking game people. Every time you hear me say the word porn, you take a shot.
Rob be like, like I went to the coffee shop. I mean, but I was sitting there watching porn while I was.
Because that's
they had this coffee in there called Silky Smooth. First thing I thought about was porn.
Let me buy that. And I got my jerk off jerkins.
Speaking of porn, the U.S. government averted the shutdown by the House. Put down their porn to go actually vote and actually and do.
Some of them did. Some of them definitely did put down their porn. You're right about that.
And
I like how you brought it back to porn because I was like, that doesn't make
right. Okay, where are we going with this? Speaking of porn,
they did put down their porn to go vote. Yes, that's great.
Did.
That's a good job by you.
And they did, and they actually averted. Actually, they needed more assistance, even though, and it's actually funny how he was gaslighting the situation. But Kevin McCarthy, who is the Speaker of the House, he was like, "See, the Democrats, if they don't want to vote on this, then they're not serious. One, you don't need a Democratic vote to pass anything in the House because the Senate has, the House has enough. Yeah, they have a majority. But they needed them to pass this bill because some of these cats is wild, especially led by your boy Matt Gaetz out here looking dumb. He got a punchable face. I don't want to punch him, but
them punchable faces be they around, man.
I used to think that about Nick Cannon. I was like, yeah, they got a punchable face. I would just sock him one time.
Sock him, rock him, sock him.
Well, so it should be interesting what happens because it's only 45 days. Because one, I think it's because they haven't passed an actual budget in decades. I don't think, or some shit like that. So they always got to do these extensions or these CRs resolutions and stuff like that because they haven't passed the budget.
Wow.
Or something. It's been a while since they actually passed an actual budget. I think that's
right.
That's why
wasn't it just shut down a couple years ago?
Yeah, well, that's why because
I thought the shutdown they made a new budget. That's why
right.
They passed these debt ceiling things to keep pushing because they don't. Because they wouldn't have to do this if they actually did the budget. Like you could do a budget out there. I don't know. 10 years
they wouldn't have to do this if they weren't giving PPP loan. What was the PPP loans to everybody that wasn't supposed to get it?
And then get theirs and not have to pay theirs back.
They've been giving away free money for years. PPP loans was nothing compared to what they've been giving away back in
to each other.
Right. These corporations out here got goods of money, ain't got nothing. It was a fraction.
Googly.
I should have got a PPP loan. I should have. I'm mad I did
one for us. Yeah.
I should have payroll. A cat's out here buying Lamborghinis. What? Expensive. That's our shuttle.
Right. And we all three of us would have needed a shuttle. So
yeah. And look, I ain't greedy, man. Make my shuttle smaller than that. I don't need a Ferrari. So
yeah, I wouldn't get anything that called attention, like draws attention out.
Yeah. Right. Hell nah.
Get another jet. You sit here with Volkswagen again.
Yep.
Let's go, guys.
Take it down. What else? I had something else, but I can't remember what it was. So it must not have been that important. On I talked about that, and I think that was it. All right. Oh,
well,
we were talking about the Sixers. I want the Celtics traded for Drew Holiday. Which is crazy. Well,
anybody that's a Celtics fan, anybody that's a Sixers fan that wants to jump off the bandwagon and go ahead, man.
Understood.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, if you ride hard, more power to you. I'm staying with the Sixers. Let it be known. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, man. I'm a grown ass man, man. I don't care what words come out of my mouth.
I can't believe Dame Dollar got traded to the Bucks. Like,
it's always
that's
a team you
crazy.
don't expect, man. It's always a team you don't be on nobody's radar.
I thought he was gonna die on that on
Portland. Nah, I know he was getting traded. I just didn't know it was gonna be there.
Well, I read that he actually tried to come back, and they said no takebacks or some shit like that.
Yeah, because did you hear the rap? He always said that. He always said that, like, that's his team and that's who he's staying with. So,
did you hear his little farewell rap? Because he said that at the end of the bar, like, remember, like, I didn't do this, they did it. Like, that was like the last bar that he spoke. And I was like, nah, you asked for a trade. But you saying that he asked for the trade and then was like, nah, I'll stay.
Yeah, because
you asked for the trade and we got all these first round picks coming our way. Like, nah, bro.
Well,
like, they got first round picks. They got first round picks from 6 years from now.
Yeah, but this was before they even he was trying to go to the Heat and they stopped the talk. I think he had actually already said, all right, I'm good. And they was like, no, you ain't, nigga. I see ya.
So that's exactly why he wrote that shit.
Yeah. Which is crazy because he was always saying he wasn't going to leave.
Yeah, the GM said, and
but
maybe it'll work out. I mean, but
they're the favorites. If Chris Middleton stay healthy and can shoot the ball a little bit better, they should be all right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good season, man. I still got Denver.
Oh, but now I think now the Suns moved to the favor, which I don't understand because I understand Jalen.
Did they trade Robert Williams though?
Jason and Drew, but yes, Robert Williams there and Malcolm Brogdon both got traded with all these picks, so they gave up a lot for Drew Holiday.
What in the world?
But now they have who's the backup?
Center?
Who's the big man? It's just
Porzingis? Yo, if it's just Porzingis, it's going to be 4 games a year. They're going to get embarrassed. When they play the only 4 games that I'm going to enjoy the Sixers playing is when we play the Celtics because we're going to destroy them. If Porzingis is guarding Embiid, he's going to get 200 points.
Well, no,
he's going to have 200 points in them 4 games. Who the funny shot? Horford? Oh, Horford.
Horford, yeah. The funny shot guy.
I knew exactly what he said. Who he was talking about. I knew it was Horford.
When that shot go up, you were like, no. Oh, that shit went in.
That shit went in. Like he shot that behind his back.
Like when he was on the Sixers, I was like, no. Oh. And then when he went back to the Sox, I'd be like, yeah. Shit, that still went in.
That's the same guy, man.
Well, the same shot.
The same backward shot, yo.
What was that, game 6 or 7? That's the thing that brought him back, right? It's game 6.
Oh, man, I don't want to
brought
talk
him back
about
with
that,
that bullshit.
I don't want to talk about that. We would have been at least in the finals. Should have been at least in the finals if Harden and Joel would have played one good game in 6 and 7.
And that final probably
and now we got Kelly Oubre on our team. And
I like Kelly. I think that's a solid pickup. I like Kelly.
The rumor has it is James Harden was dating some girl and he had a party. And during the party, he invited Kelly Oubre. And at the end of the night, Kelly Oubre left with James Harden's girl. A couple years down the line, that girl is Kelly Oubre's wife. With two children between the two of them.
And it'd be awkward.
And now Daryl Morey signed Kelly Oubre.
He pulled one of those. What's my man name? Delonte West joint. That was worse though.
She gonna be at them games and Harden gonna be like that.
Yeah, he think he's gonna play bad now. Like he's gonna be looking over there at that old pussy.
I would hope at this point she got 2 women. I mean, she got 2 children and married. I would think. I would hope they weren't that. Obviously, they weren't that serious.
I don't know.
According to Harden, they were. According to her, I guess not so much. He pulled his girl.
And
Harden was upset.
Harden seemed like
thought this was the girl.
Harden seemed like the nigga that wouldn't get over that shit even 30 years later. He still be mad. He just seemed like that type of guy.
Maybe Kelly don't like strip clubs and Harden just can't stay out of them. So she was like, you know what, this ain't. I want to settle down. I'm ready to settle down. And
it could have been all that. It could have been all that. Like, come on with me tonight, baby.
All right. Yeah. Harden was still in these drizzles, like he still is. He'd be out in Vegas doing playoffs. So I mean,
in the strizzles.
The
way you Snoop Dogg You said, hold up, Strizzles was strip clubs?
Street.
In the streets.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought it was streets. But he said strip club. I was like, did you change it?
No, it was both of them. I was saying strip club, but then I said Strizzles, yes. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, your Snoop Dogg vocabulary is unsurpassed. Snoop has, I don't know. You may be trying to match Snoop. I don't think Snoop talks as much in his stizzle as you do. Or is it izzle? Is it in his izzle as you do? Yeah,
I think it's izzle for shizzle, my nuzzle. I remember when somebody said
you just said strizzle. You just said strizzle.
Yeah, they try to catch white.
That's an izzle.
She said, and that's for shizzle, my nizzle. Leaving the she was signing off on the on the TV show or talk show or the news.
A white girl said that?
Yeah, it was an old white lady. She said, and that's for shizzle, my nizzle.
That was on the teleprompter, man. They messed her.
Not knowing that you was saying that's for sure, my nigga.
Right. They got to cancel her for it, I think.
She read that shit right off the teleprompter.
That's funny.
Somebody said, "What's the last time you steal my lunch, motherfucker?"
She was like, and that's for shizzle, my nizzle.
You know, I love shit like that when the news reporters be fucking up stuff. Because y'all ever seen the one with the black lady? And she be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" When she yelled real loud. Oh my God.
Oh no.
She thought they was going to, and it was back in the day. She thought they was going to a commercial. But it was, so it was like a scene of a boat popped up, but their mics were still on. And she said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Talking to the dude next to her.
Oh no, she was heated.
Yeah, when they came back, she said, "Okay, I said a word that I shouldn't have."
It was like your mic was hot. Your mic was hot.
It's like that dude.
She had to apologize immediately.
It was like that dude who's out in the field and that bug got his mouth.
Oh man, this country shit. I'm from Chicago. I don't like this country fucking shit.
This country motherfuckers.
I can imagine, especially if starting early in your career, the shit you gotta do.
Yeah, and especially if you from the city and you down in the country and it's hot. Ugh.
And it seems like you always gotta go. You always gotta go to one of those stations. To work your way up.
Yep. Then you know the bugs in the South are different from from any other bugs. That motherfucker. That's funny. I love it.
He got first taste. That was a great clip.
All right. Anything else before we wrap this zip?
The Eagles are 4-0. Go Birds.
Eagles. I won't sing it all.
For those that watch the game that are fans, it could have made it much easier. But you know,
absolutely. But a win is a win.
A win is a win.
Win ain't the main thing. The main thing. I can't do a good yelling, but winning the main thing. The main thing.
What?
The way he talking.
Just talk like you. Talk like you and say what you just said though.
Ain't winning the main thing, or some shit like winning is the main
that
thing.
Sounds nuts, man.
Since winning ain't the main thing. Or that's what he said. Since winning not the main thing, or some shit like that. But
don't say it again. Don't say it again. My head hurts so bad, man.
Because I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't even know what you're saying.
Make the main thing.
I'm about to leave. That's nuts.
No, when the guy says so. When did you start caring about? Only winning? And
he's gonna say it again.
This is different. He said, when do you start caring about only winning? Because you can go a 1 for 5, but as long as you win, you don't care. Where did you get that attitude from? And why did it start happening? He said, when did this start happening? He said, why? Because we was losing. That's what he said. I was like,
great. That's great. Keep going.
Because we were losing, man.
We got to play different after I found out we were losing.
Right. If I got 800 yards past him, but we lost,
right. That's the
winning
loss.
is the main. Winning is the main thing, and if it ain't the game thing, it's the main thing on the same thing.
Right. Exactly. Oh, shout out to Caleb Williams. That man out here killing the game. My man is the lock for number 1 pick in the quarterback, I think, at this point. From USC.
That was a great game too, since we're still on sports.
Yeah, it didn't start out that way.
The comeback was really nice too.
Yeah, see, winning is winning. It don't matter where it started.
Yeah. Well, USC was killing them. Colorado came back. But
winning is the main thing, because the main thing is winning.
Travis Hunter's still out, right? Travis Hunter's still out, right?
Yeah. When you go against the grain thing, the main thing is that you win.
Right.
Yeah. Make the main thing the main thing.
It ain't the same thing. It can't be the same thing.
Before we go, we would like to know how people can find us on these World Wide Web. Yo, how can they find us?
Yo, he did not say that. That is the most
you can
terrible.
Find me at IM302YODA.
I didn't even know he was actually. That was a lot of
letters. That was a lot of words or letters or whatever in his name.
Yeah, Lou.
I'm an AI. Sorry.
I'll be much shorter. I'm Lou Belgium, and I'm on them Instagrams.
And you can find Bruising Banter Podcast. Bruising Banter Podcast. You can listen anywhere you listen to podcasts, because we are there. Go to www.bruisingbanter.com.
What the fuck is happening? He's turning the Mac.
You gotta do that. You turning the Mac
over.
Yes. You gotta do that over, man. Nobody heard that.
You glitching like about you. It's glitch.
Yeah. Then you started singing. That song sounded crazy.
Yo, because it was like
I made this up because it probably won't even matter, because since I'm recording on this box, it sounded fine. So
no
way.
Yeah, it didn't glitch on my end, so it wouldn't have made a difference. There's no glitch on my end.
So it must have been glitching on our end from your side then, because it was glitching on this side.
Yeah, it might have been. That's what I'm saying. But the fact that because I'm recording on this box and it's smooth, it won't even affect. So I just got to cut you off right out. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all saying that. And if you want to get the merch, go to www.bruisingbanterpodcast. There you go. Get some merch, get some hoodies,
Bruising Banter,
all that good stuff. Support the pod. Remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that good stuff. If you want to follow me, Rob Stay Bruising, there it is. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, that's we're trying to get to 14,000 followers on Instagram. So let's do it, baby.
14,000.
If y'all need help with downloads and subscribes, hit me up, yo. I'll help y'all. That's what I was told to do earlier in this episode.
I can help y'all too. You gotta send me your Cash App though.
What?
Password.
This motherfucker is a scammer.
Yes. I am scam likely.
This has been 220 of Bruising Banter Podcast. Until next time.
Have a good week, everyone.
Peace.
That 222 coming up soon.
Bye.
I'm